Good morning. It has been quite a while since I've seen you. I'm a little out of practice. My name is Elizabeth. I am running with Hooks and Yarn. You can find me there with all the same name on Ravelry, Instagram. I'm Elizabeth Owen on Facebook, and Running with Hooks and Yarn on YouTube. And this is the Running with Hooks and Yarn podcast. This is not a vlog today, it's a podcast. And you know what? I'm just realizing that you guys can see all of the... I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. I look kind of weird. I'm also gonna try to not look at the screen that is above the camera, but I'm probably going to. So, yes, you can find me on all those places. I am out of practice. I believe it's been since the beginning of February or even the end of January since I did an actual podcast. I did a President's Day vlog weekend because I had the kids, and then I did a random vlog. Hold on, where did I put my water? So I am sitting in front of my yarn wall, and I have some projects that I want to show you. I'm in a space I haven't been in, so I'm trying to make sure everything's all in, I know where everything is. So, and I'm very sneezy today, and my nose itches, so I'm going to try my best not to handle that. And I see Liz just taking a little peek. My nose is very red. I'm very sorry. Oh, I'm out of water. But I'm having water today. I had about a half a cup of coffee, and it didn't taste right. It wasn't sitting well in my stomach, so I decided that was all we were going to have today. I am going to update you just a little bit since the last time we talked on the podcast. I know it's been a long time, and I'll make it kind of quick. I also would like to show you some of the projects that I'm working on. I do have two finished objects. One's right here and one's on my feet. And the ones that I've been working on currently, I have had some major cast-on-itis, and I've started a lot of projects. There are also a lot of projects in timeout. So, I apologize. So it is 11:30 on Tuesday, March 19th, and my mind just went blank. There's not going to be a whole lot of editing on this one. I'm kind of just going to throw it up on YouTube and hope for the best, unless I desperately need it. But anyway, let's do a little update. I do have my little remote, which I love, on this little tripod that I have. Just to give a little update, since the end of January, beginning of February, I have been running. I have been doing lots of running. I have completed 2 projects. I have started about 487,000 projects. All of my Christmas sock whips that I had going are all in timeout. I kind of got over the Christmas sock yarn. Work, we are in our busiest time of the entire year, and that's okay. I got all my work caught up, so I figured I would jump on real quick because I really wanted a podcast. I haven't, like I said, I haven't in so long, and I finally feel good today. So I don't know if you guys remember on the President's Day vlog, or if you didn't watch it, but why am I yawning? I'm so sorry. But I suffer from some pretty intense depression, and when I don't have the mental capacity to film or be people-y or whatever, I just can't get in front of the screen. I want to be fully 100% authentic. I am not doing this for content or to become famous. I just wanted to bring people along on my journey because I am happy. I'm happy with my journey, and I want to just keep continuing with it. So, yeah, let's see. No, I need to keep telling you what's going on. Sorry. My medication hasn't necessarily kicked in. I do have ADHD, so sometimes I'm, shiny objects, and I'm somewhere else. So I'm trying to stay focused. Not sure where my show notes went. I wrote some, and then I was like, oh, it's time, because I marked a little time in my using my lunch break, marked the time in my calendar. And I was like, oh, don't know where they are, but it's time, so let's get started. So yes, I am doing much better now. I had a couple down days last month, and I was really just wanting to try the vlogging thing, and I really enjoyed it. And then my ego got a hold of me because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have any finished objects, and everyone's gonna be judging me, and everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, why does she doesn't have any, you know, just, I was thinking what I thought everyone else was gonna think about me, instead of just doing what I said I was going to do and share my journey with you. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I'm gonna do better at trying to post a podcast at least once every 2 weeks, maybe once every week. I don't know. We'll see how my yarning goes. Just an FYI, a dog and a cat are laying over here on the bed, and I have a cat downstairs. There's a grand chance they might come up here. They might bump into, I've got the camera sitting on this little table, and then I've got you stacked up on a couple of books because I wanted to get you kind of eye line. And if the dog or the cats knock it over, sorry, we'll figure it out from there. Also, the kids go on spring, you know what? Let's talk about the rest of life stuff towards the end. Let's get into my 2 finished objects. So I was working on an Advent project. It was my very first ever true Advent 24-day project, and it was with HueLoco's Oxide Fade. And I decided to do a coziest memory blanket. Oh no! I just found one of my cats pulled a stitch. Oh no! So I did a coziest memory. I was planning on doing a coziest memory blanket. I didn't realize how big and how many squares I was gonna need. So I just kind of did this little throw. I hope you can see it all. Let me see if I can peek my head around. Oh yeah, there, you can see it all. So I started with day 1 right here, and then I went out in a spiral, and you know, all the way out and around in the spiral. And let's see, this is day 24. And I did a border with a tweed yarn that I had. I did a row of single crochet, a row of half double crochet, and then single crochet, but I alternated between day 24 and the tweed oatmeal color yarn that I had. So this has just become I throw it on the back of my chair, or it sits on my desk so my cats can lay on it. It's just, for me, it's really just something that I completed, and that it's pretty, and it is cozy. It is covered in cat hair right now, so I'm not gonna put it up to my face. I did block it. I probably should have blocked it again so you guys could see it in, you know, its 100% glory, because some of my edges are a little wrinkly or crinkly or wavy, whatever the word is, and that's okay. I know that this project I didn't do 100% correctly. I know I didn't do all of the picking up the stitches correctly, and I'm real okay with that. One of my first completed knitted projects that was from an Advent. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. And then my other project, actually, let me throw this on the back of my chair. Oh, I fell when we went ice skating last weekend, right on my tailbone. I actually ended up in the ER on this past Sunday, with a very bruised tailbone. I've got some medication for it. Thank goodness we didn't break it, but my tailbone hurts and I can only move a little bit at a time, or if I move in just the wrong way, it really hurts. So if you hear me kind of wince or whatever, that's why. Oh, my other finished object. It's on my feet. I can't lift my legs up that high anymore, or at least for now. I made a pair of socks. Now, I threw these on the needles, and they literally knit themselves. Sorry, they're not on a blocker. I don't know where my blockers are. I say that, and then yeah, I don't know where my blockers are, and I really would like to get some metal ones as opposed to the wood ones that I have, but they're just, we have some other things we need to take care of as far as what we need to buy right now. So these are a little, I literally just took them off my feet, so they're slightly a little stretched right now. They don't look super pretty and fancy, but they're mine and I love them. So tell me how cute these are. It is 64 stitches. I'm still trying to play around with my sock formula to see if I like 56 or 64. So this is 64. These are both 64 stitches, 20 rounds of knit 2, purl 2 for the cuff. These have a 60 round leg, I think. Sounds about right. I did a traditional heel flap and gusset. And then I wear about a 7.5, so I knit to the correct length for that, and then I did the rounded toe. So the colors are getting a little washed out, or blown out, not washed out, a little blown out. I'm not 100% sure how I can go about fixing that. I'm gonna have to figure that out at some point. I'm also gonna put them back on. My tootsies are a little chilly. We had 70-degree weather here about 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, it was 70 on Friday. It was snowing yesterday, so yeah. Also, I am seeing my battery light blinking, so hold on just a moment. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna grab the charger that I have. If you give me just a second, I'm gonna plug you in. Maybe I can do this without ruining everything, because I don't know where my remote went. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let me try to plug this in. So I'm gonna be off the screen, and I'm probably not gonna edit this out. So give me a second. All right, got it charging. I hope I'm still in the right spot, or in the same spot. I am 100% not sure where I was sitting on it. So if I now need to pause for anything, I will, but sorry about that. Let me actually try to push this in just a little bit more. Here, look at some pretty yarn. All right, it is in about all the way that I can put it in. And it says it's charging, so let's see. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm level. It's not 100% level. Put my leg up here. It feels better if I get my legs up in crisscross applesauce position right now. It kind of keeps my tail stretched without it hurting. So anyway, those are my two finished objects. Let's get on to whips. I have quite a few whips, and a lot of them are in, sorry guys, a lot of them are in timeout because they just weren't bringing me joy, and I have decided the only things I'm going to work on are things that bring me joy. And if that means I start 111 billion projects, that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'll show you some of the ones that I have started, and then the more active whips that are bringing me the most joy right now, and some of the ones that I want to work on, but I just don't have the time. So let's start with this one. So yesterday I started this. I wanted to crochet. I wanted to crochet something quick, something that I would be able to work on and wouldn't have to move around a lot. So I went and stash grabbed stash shopped and got all of my scraps that were DK weight or thicker, and I made this. So, oh, it is in my Easter bag from Joann's, and look, the little bunny ears. Are those not the cutest things ever? And the back just has some flower print on it, but Joann's, I love their bags for stuff like this. Now, I'm not going to be able to tell you the yarn because, like I said, this is scrappy. I held 2 yarns together. I am using a Clover Amour hook. It is an L hook. I don't know if it's going to let me. It's an L hook, and 8mm. Let me pull this up just a little bit so I don't lose my stitch. And this is a granny stripe triangle. So it's getting pretty big. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all in the camera, but here we are. And the goal behind this is I want it to be able to put it on and wrap it on my like have it lay on my shoulders when I get chilly. Yes, I have sweat shirts. Yes, I have blankets, but I wanted something that I could that would actually like stay on my arms, and I want it to cover my arms. So what I told myself is, I know that I showed you that way. Let me show you this way. How big I want to get it is if I take from the point to point, not the long center of the triangle, I guess. I want to be able to stretch my arms out 100%, which I'm actually almost there. 100% of the way out, and I want to be able, that way I know that I can just throw it on like this and wear it around the house, or take it to a yarn store, or, you know, and I want it to be able to cover my arms. And you know what? I actually think I probably only need 2 or 3 more rows. So that's awesome. But yes, this is all scrap yarns. I know that there is some hand-dyed yarn. This is probably going to frustrate people, and I'm sorry if it does, but oh well. There is some hand-dyed yarn in here. There is some acrylic yarn in here. There are different bases. I don't care. I don't care in the slightest, because it's mine and it's scrappy, and that's the whole point. It brought me so much joy as I was working on it yesterday. I'm about to lose a stitch. So much joy. And I got a lot done. So yeah, this is my granny stripe, scrappy granny stripe. I will have this finished by next time, if I don't even pick it up today and finish it today. But I kind of want to work on socks today. So there's that one. My other, I have a couple other scrappy projects, but they haven't gotten much love lately. I still am working on my, so that's my scrappy granny square triangle wrap. I'm also making a fingering weight scrappy granny stripe blanket. It is downstairs. I haven't touched it in about 3 weeks. I have, I have 2 other scrappy blankets going. I have another cozy memory blanket. So this is I'm using my RowOne minis with this. This is February's, and I haven't gotten to them yet, but they're very pretty. So this project is, again, another cozy memories, and I learned a lot when I made the one on the back, the one that I have, the one that I just showed you. But this one I'm doing just a little bit differently. I'm doing 30 stitches, and whenever I run out of yarn from one of the minis, I just grab another one. And I'm holding it double, so it's fingering weight held double. I'm using a US 6. I don't know if it's going to let you, I don't know why, but my camera won't, autofocus. So I might need to figure that out or see if there's something I need to do differently. But yeah, a US 6, which is a 4mm, and I'm doing 30 stitches. And this is the Coziest Memory. I think it's by Kemper Ray. And my needles are, I don't remember the name of them. I think they're the Dreams, Knit Picks Dreams. They're like a redwood color. So this is how I am on how much I've got done on this one. I did figure out how to do it in 4 different ways. Kind of like Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady, has done some of hers. And then I added this square, and then we went to this one. I think I'll do this one next, and then this one, and then I'll just keep kind of going around. And one square takes anywhere between so this was the first square that I did, this one, the blue and then the pink. So it took me an entire mini and about, I don't know, 2/3 of another, because then the rest of it is over here. And then I used all of this green one and had just a little bit left that I needed for the point here. And then I took that down to this square. And then I went on to this square. And if you see down in that little corner, we then go to this square. Then this one started with the rest of this, and now we're on to a pink. And when I get done with this pink, which I'm getting close to, so again, these are the RowOne minis. They come already rolled, so I don't really have to do much of anything. I just have to find the center pole and find the outside pole, and I've got it. And when I join the next one, I find the center pole and I find the outside pole, and then I just tie it in kind of like a knot right around the center loop of this. I hope that makes sense. And then it's connected. I don't care that there's going to be ends to weave in, or there might be little things sticking out. This is literally just going to be a scrappy blanket that I'm doing because I want to. And it's actually, it's living in this little sachet bag from Hobie. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says made with love. As it gets bigger, I'll find another bag for it, but for now, it's fitting in here. And then I still have one mini from January's RowOnes, and then I will have a February's to add. It takes me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to do this 30 stitch square, because I'm not very fast at it. So it hasn't gotten much love. And then here's my last scrappy project. So I originally started with this yarn to make DK scrappy socks, but I did a dumb thing and they were mini hanks by BlueSkyFibers. It was a mini hank bundle, and it had 27 minis. Here's all the tags for them, which is why they're in here. And I realized that you can't magic knot on socks because it will not feel comfortable. So I got ribbing done, and I got about halfway through the leg, and I was like, I don't like this. So I ripped it out, and I started a safe place blanket. Now it is a hexagon. I have the first hexie done. I'm using the same needles that I'm using on my Coziest Memory, a US 6 4mm. And these are literally the exact same needles. Well, not the same pair, but they're the same. They're the Knit Picks Dreams? Colors? Something like that. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the wind is wicked outside. Anyway, here's the ball. So I don't know how big I'm going to make this, and in the pattern you're supposed to stop after each stop after each hexagon and then pick up the stitches and stuff like that. It is a paid for pattern, so that's all I'm really going to say. But what I've done, since I have already magic knotted all of these, I'm just going to keep going. This was one mini, this is another mini, and I'm starting on a blue color. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep right on going up the hexagons until I think it's tall enough or I run out of yarn, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do next with it. I do still have some minis left from the shawl that I did, the granny stripe shawl. But I don't know how much I have of it left. And this is living in a bee bag. It is so super cute. It's got little lemons and little bees, and it is by Ginger Snap Fibers. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna figure out the autofocus at some point. Okay, so I'm sorry if you can't. So that's that one. Let me just show you the projects that are bringing me the most joy, because I don't want this to be a super long video. This one's bringing me a lot of joy. I just don't have a lot of progress on it. This is in a bag by, is this Robin's? Yes, this is RobinzNest bags. She is on Etsy. I am making the Austin socks by Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady. And I am using a sock set by HueLoco. It's the star sign set. And it is in the 75-25 Phyllis sock. I just realized it says SOT, not set. But the Cancer, it's in the, I'm sorry, it is in the 75-25 base, which is the Phyllis sock base. And this colorway is Cancer. So it came with a full skein and 2 mini skeins. So let me just show you where we are on the, so I just finished the leg about 3 days ago, and I haven't picked it up since. So here is the leg. This is the actual Cancer main skein. And then the ribbing, this is 56 stitches, 2x2 ribbing, and I'm following the pattern as written. This is one of the mini skeins, and then the other mini skein, which I'm going to do the heel in, which is where I need to start, is this. It's a little bit lighter than this one. And then I'll do the toe in this, and then when I go to do the second sock, I will reverse it. So this will be the cuff, and this will be the heel, and this will be the toe. I love this project. I am using Hiya Sharps 9-inch circulars, US 2.25 millimeters. I am just learning that I'm not a big fan of the Hiya Sharps because I knit continental. So like this, and I push my needle down, and it hurts. I went through a phase where I couldn't feel my fingertip at all, and I didn't really like that. So I think that's why I haven't been picking them up. And this just has a very slight texture. I don't know if you guys can actually see it, but it's just a very slight texture and some kind of micro striping. Oh, I guess I could show you here's the skein. Is this not super lovely? So I think I need to, when I start my heel flap and gusset, I think I need to switch them over to ChiaoGoo's, because the Hiya Sharps, I really like them. They stitch really well, but the sharps just irritate my finger. So this is bringing me a lot of joy. I have decided that I will always have a sock set or a sock project going for someone else other than myself, because I am actually kind of a selfish knitter. Because if I make it, I want to wear it, or I want to be the one that shows it off. But I can't always do that. So I have vowed that if I have when I have sock projects going, which I probably always will now, I have to have at least one that is for someone else. So this one is for my husband. Need another drink. It's very dry in here today. I don't have much left, so I'm trying. My next one, I'll do this one, is in a bag from Laughing Cat Fibers. It is a galaxy looking bag, and it is so stinking cute. This is my Hermione's Everyday Sock pattern. I can't remember if it's actually free or not, but it's by Erica Luder, Hermione's Everyday Sock. And I am using a yarn that was gifted to me by someone in the Crazy Sock Lady membership group. And it looks like, okay, so here it is. Here's the sock. I did 2x2 ribbing, 64 stitches. I did one purl round after I was done with my ribbing because I liked that in the Find the Joy socks that Crazy Sock Lady did. So I thought it would be really pretty to just have a purl bump row to show the difference between the cuff and the leg. I have done it all the way down to pattern. I have my heel flap and gusset done. I think I'm actually still working on gusset decreases. I think I have 3 more decreases to go. Yeah, I have 3 more decrease rounds to go, and then I'll be on to the foot. But this yarn was gifted to me by a friend, a lady in the Crazy Sock Lady membership group that we have on Facebook, and she had said that she wasn't a really big fan of it. She was given it as a gift, and she had started some socks on it herself. And I said, well, you know, if you want to get rid of it, you could send it to me and I'll properly dispose of it for you. Because I'm a pretty sarcastic person, I thought that was really funny. So she messaged me and she was like, I would love to send it to you. What's your address? And then she sent it to me. So I believe it's Celebrate. I'm not 100% sure where the tag is for the yarn. I believe it might be on my table or my knitting desk that I was doing podcasting on from before. But it's a mess right now because my husband has taken it back over too with all of his stuff. So I can't find it. But I am really enjoying this. And the reason I cast these on and started them is because my best friend Heather is also making this pattern. So we want to have matching sock patterns, but we don't have, she did hers in a completely different color. But I'm loving this one. I don't remember which one this is. So this is Always Be Kind Yarn Kindness Club. It is the January Kindness Club. It is self-striping. I had to put a yarn cozy on it because it was falling apart, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to, let me see if I can pull it down so you can see the colors. It's probably getting very washed out or very blown out. 64 stitches. Oh, here is the mini. It is a very beautiful gray. 64 stitches, 2x2 ribbing, 20 rounds. 20 rounds, that's what I normally do, 20 rounds. And the pattern that I am doing is called Simple Sock 1. It is by Melody Hoffman. Now, the pattern calls to actually use a fingering and hold it double, but I'm not doing that. I just really love the pattern. It's got a very pretty like wavy pearl bump ridges all through it. I love it. It hasn't been touched all that much, not because I don't enjoy it, other things are bringing me more joy. So there's that one. The bag is by RobinzNest as well. I love her bag. She is so amazing. Go find her on Etsy because she has some of the best bags. But it's Easter bunnies. And the colors are orange. Love it. It's got this very cute little bunny stitch marker. I'm not sure if you can see it. Love it. I ordered some Regia Perfect because I saw Crazy Sock Lady talking about it and I wanted to try to see if I liked it. I never told you the yarn for my socks, my rainbow socks. I just realized that. It's the same brand as this one. It is Lang Yarn Super Socks, and the color was Jungle. I literally could not find any more online. I got it at my local yarn store, Yarn and Haberdashery, and then I looked online for it. I can't find the colorway anymore. So I don't even know if that yarn can be obtained, but I think it's in their Jungle, it's their Jungle line, or the colorway is Jungle. I'm not 100% sure. I did get this. It's a candy cane looking one in the same style. It is a 75/25 base. It's Lang Yarns. If you're able to find it, awesome. If not, I'm sorry. Anyway, I also ordered Regia Perfect because I wanted to try it, because since I enjoyed making these rainbow socks so much, I enjoyed the roughness. It's not really roughness, but the sturdiness, that's what it is, the sturdiness of the yarn. So I got some Regia Perfect. Oh, all of my needles that I do socks on are 9-inch circulars, US 1, 2.25. I think I might have a US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter, but that's what all my needles are. That's the only thing I knit socks on, because I don't like magic loop, and I don't know, I just like it, and I'm good at it, and, well, kind of good, but I enjoy it. So I got Regia Perfect. So it's got, it might all end up being the same color. I'm not 100% sure, but it's got some stripes. You guys can't see that at all. Well, darn. I'll just show you this. So it starts with this yellow, and that is a guide yarn. You're not supposed to use it. I just thought it would be really pretty to have a pop of yellow on the top. So you knit, or you do the ribbing. I did 2x2 ribbing until you can see it on here, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. But if you look at the picture on here, it shows you when to stop knitting, or when to stop doing your cuff. So I knew after my third white round that I was going to start my leg, and then you just knit in the round until you get, on this one it's going to be a white, and I'll do my heel flap, heel turn, and probably some of my gusset decreases, but I'll just keep, when I get to the heel, when I get to that color, I'll start the heel, and then I'll just keep going and going and going until I'm done. And then you do the same thing on the other one. But I really love this little pop of gold. Not everyone does that. Probably no one actually does that, but I think it is splendid. I love it. It's so pretty. I love that it's just gives that little teeny pop of color. And I love it. But I've been having so much fun just knitting in the round. This is what I have been pulling out in the car. Sometimes while I'm working and waiting on like reports to come through or projects to come through, I'm knitting in the round. So this one has been really fun. It actually doesn't have a project bag because it's been kind of just sitting on my desk. And I think I'm going to show you one more project and then a skein of yarn. So this bag is another bag by RobinzNest. It is called her twofer bag. And it's got a drawstring. It's got this little magnetic pocket in the middle. See, I don't know if I can show it very well, but it's got this magnetic pocket in the middle. And you can hold 2 skeins of yarn. Now, I thought about dividing up one of these yarns into 2 cakes and doing 2 socks at the same time. That way I could have a pair done at the same time. And then 2 skeins of yarn came in that I just could not cake. So the first one is Bioluminescence by SockObessionYarns. Look at this. Is this not beautiful? Is this not absolutely stunning? I love it. It's this dark tealy blue, and it's got pink, orange, green, and maybe some purple, because it kind of does a little fade, little blips of color. Excuse me. And so I'm just doing another plain vanilla sock. I love how it's kind of spiraling out. I thought that I would do pearls on where all the little pops of color were, but then I realized there were too many. So I'm just doing a straight vanilla sock. It'll be 20 rows of ribbing. Then I think I'm going to do a 60 or a 70 leg cuff because, or 60 or 70 row leg because I want to use up the yarn. And then I'll do a heel flap and gusset. And I've been in love with this. I started this on Friday. We had a very busy day on Saturday. And then Sunday I ended up in the ER. So I didn't get a whole lot of knitting done. And then the other skein that is going to be cast on in the very near future is this beauty right here. Look at this. This is called Frankly Lisa by Mama Jess Knits, and she is Mama Jess Knits on Instagram and Etsy. I think Ravelry, but I could be mistaken on that. But this is her Frankly Lisa. She has had, I don't know if it's closed yet, but she had a pre-order open for this because I needed another skein. Because I need more socks like this. Because I think what I would like to do is when I get done with it, I want to use the leftovers that I have for heels, toes, and cuffs on other projects, but I want another pair of socks like this. And it's a little more speckly on the inside of the skein than it is on the outside. So I'm hoping that I can knit a pair of socks with this one, get another one and knit a pair of socks with that one, and then I can interchange them. If the other one comes out more like this, then I'll have two very speckled, then I'll have two that are kind of white, kind of lighter, and then I have this very beautiful on the outside. It's so washed out. I am so sorry, guys. This is not a good place to record, apparently. But this would be so pretty for heels, toes, and cuffs on Christmas yarn too, or summer yarn or whatever. It's just so pretty. So this will be cast on shortly when the urge strikes, and they're both in this bag, and they are bringing me so much joy. So that is all the projects that I want to show you. Yes, I have a ton more. Every single one of my Christmas socks that I have going that is not completed, they're in timeout until I feel like working on a Christmas sock again. A couple of them are done. A couple of them have one sock done. A couple of them I'm still working on a sock. On the first sock, cast on itis. That's just what I do. And I want to show you the one other thing. I'm not going to do a whole lot of acquisitions because I'm just going to show you guys the yarn as I'm using it, but I do want to show you this one. So one of my favorite movies in the history of time is The Wizard of Oz. And Woolen Women Fibers had their February box, and it was called We're Off to See the Wonderful Wizard of Wool. So it is Wizard of Oz inspired. And I got this, I had to get it. I just had to. I'm going to throw an idea out there real quick. So if any dyers hear this, please do an advent with the inspiration coming from Wizard of Oz. A 12-day, a 24-day, Christmas in July, Christmas, October, I don't care. Someone please do an advent with Wizard of Oz as the inspiration and have stitch markers and a bag and maybe even a sock project or a shawl project and then yarn and just someone please, 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 please. I have a bajillion ideas in my head, so feel free to reach out and I will happily give you the ideas. I don't have the means to make any of the things, but I have a crap ton of ideas, but I just don't have any way to put it into fruition. So any yarn dyers out there, project bag makers, stitch makers, let's do a full advent. Yes, a full advent, 24 days, and we can have a project bag in there and like a pattern in there and yarns and all of the things because it's my favorite. So in this one, there's a little note, and the thing I love about it is it has a hand press wax seal by Wool. And again, this is from Woolen Women Fibers. It's got this. This is hand pressed wax, guys. How stinking beautiful. And it comes with a candle. And this scent is chamomile, honeysuckle poppy. Oh, it smells so good. And it's in this beautiful green tin. It comes with a wool wash bar. It looks like a sunflower. I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe if I do it like that, put it in the shadow a little bit. It doesn't have, so it's got lanolin, coconut oil, a couple other oils. Oh, it does have the name of what it is. It's lavender and patchouli. I can't read. And I'm not a big fan of patchouli or lavender, but to get like the original, the real smells of lavender and patchouli, to me don't smell that good. But when you put them together, it's amazing. So this is a wool wash bar. It does smell so good. Ugh. It also comes with, I'm gonna have to take these out. Sorry for crinkling. It does come with some stitch markers. I also happen to order some more, but it comes with these. That's Dorothy. And the absolutely coolest thing about this box is that these are all handmade and you can customize your Dorothy. Hair color, skin tone, all of it. And then it has a rainbow. These are by Sam's Tiny Trinkets. And they had some other Wizard of Oz stitch markers. I ordered them. They'll be here in a couple days because I want all of the Wizard of Oz things because it is my favorite. It also came with this little Notions pouch, or Notions tin that slides, and it's got the Emerald City sticker on the front. And it's just a nice little, I could hold all my stitch markers in here and it would be great. It also comes with a bag. Look at this. Rainbow, beautiful craziness, fun bag. I love this. And then the yarn. It also has a pattern, but I'm not going to put that up because it has a handwritten code on it. I do not want to give that away because it's my pattern. But not all the basic boxes have them, so the yarn. It is called Emerald City. So when I think of Wizard of Oz, I always think of the blue of Dorothy's dress and the ruby red slippers. But this, it's beautiful. It's Emerald City. The yellow brick road that leads into it and an emerald tonal. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is an 80/20 base. It's fingering weight. It's by, again, Woolen Women Fibers. I can't get enough of it. I literally can't. I cannot wait until I figure out what I'm going to cast on because I'm going to save it. I'm going to get the pattern. I might just do that pattern. But I'm hoping that somebody, somewhere, someday in the next year or two will do a Wizard of Oz advent with all of the things so I can order it. And again, any dyers out there or stitch marker makers or project bag makers or whatever, if you need more ideas to go along with it, please reach out. Reach out on Instagram, reach out on Instagram. I need to get an email address so people could reach out to me too. But yeah, reach out. I am pretty responsive on Instagram. I do have a Facebook, Elizabeth Owen. It's a picture of me. I reach out relatively quickly there. Once I get an email address for the podcast, I'll let y'all know. But yeah, anyone has any of that for Wizard of Oz, let me know. So I'm going to get into some quick life stuff because I'm going to have to get back to work here shortly. I fell on Saturday and hurt my tailbone very badly. Not like I said earlier, it's not broken, it's not cracked, it's just bruised very, very badly. So I have not been able to run since Thursday because Friday was an off day. And next week is spring break for the boys. And we are going on a mini vacation starting on this Friday. I don't want to tell where we're going because I don't want to ruin the surprise for the kids if they happen to watch this. They probably won't, but I don't want to take the chance. So we are going on a mini vacay, and I'm thinking about vlogging it, but I'm not going to be able to like edit and upload while we are there, so I'll have to do it during the week. So it's probably just going to be one little bit longer of a vlog while we're there, unless I do it on my phone, and then I have CapCut on my phone, I have YouTube on my phone, I can do all of the things on my phone. I might do that too, instead of taking the actual camera, because I don't want to lug it around. I don't want to lug it around Niagara. Okay, so I might try to edit that out. I'm sorry if the kids, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to. If the kids watch it, I'm sorry. I hope we have fun. But anyway, I don't want to lug it around there because we're going to have all the things to do, but we do have a long car ride there and back. So maybe I could work on it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But if that is something that you guys would be interested in seeing the, having a mini vlog weekend, or like one big long video. I also have all of next week off work because the boys are on spring break. So we're going to be doing things out and about, and I'll probably take I'm going to get better at posting on Instagram and maybe doing some shorts or something on here. So I'm going to get better at all that. At least I'm going to try, because I am just very excited about doing all this with the kids. Gavin, my oldest, had his musical this past weekend, and they did Into the Woods. Here's the playbill for it. And he was in the ensemble. He had tried out for a part, and he did not get it, but he said he'd rather be in the ensemble than to have any of the other parts. But he did so good. I was so amazed. I was brought to tears because all of the cast was so amazing. The seniors were a lot of the main parts, and they were so good. And I was there after the last performance, which was on Sunday. That's probably why I ended up in the ER, because I spent 2 hours driving on Sunday. I spent 3.5, almost 4 hours sitting on the chair watching the play. I also went to Saturday evening after I fell, but I had taken some ibuprofen, and I did not take anything yesterday, or I'm sorry, anything on Sunday, because I'm a big dummy. But yeah, so that's probably why I actually ended up in the ER, because I had sat on it all day on a very uncomfortable chair, and I was driving, so yeah. But yeah, so I would like you all to like, comment, subscribe, so you will always be able to know when I post something. You can go follow me on Instagram. I want to do a giveaway when we get to 200 subscribers, and I actually think we're I think we're at 100. I might be wrong in that. I might be way wrong, but I really want to do a giveaway, and I already know what some of it's going to be. I've already got it all made, so I'm just really excited to get there. I would like you guys to let me know if you want to see a video, one big long video of our weekend trip, or if I do it on my phone, I could probably do little snippets, and when we get home at night or in the mornings of, you know, to and fro or whatever, getting some like I said, do it on my phone and do it each day. I also need to figure out, how many projects do you guys think I should take? Because it's about a 6-hour drive to get from our house to there where we're going. Do you guys think 5 sock projects will be enough? Should I take my scrappy blanket? Let me know down below. Yeah. And, oh, how about this? Whichever one wins, whichever idea wins, who has the most comments, votes, whatever, I'll get you a shout out on here, which I know that's not a lot. I'm not super famous. And I'll send you a little prize. Let's do that today. Yeah, let's do that today. So I need y'all to like and comment. I need your comments to tell me how many projects I should take. No. Restart. Is 5 sock projects enough to take? or should I take more? And I also would like to know if you want one big long vlog of our mini getaway, or if you would like daily vlogs. And I'm going to randomly select someone. I'll do a random comment or random number generator with however many comments, and then I'll put together a little gift bag, probably something nice and small, and I'll get it sent out to you. So yeah, let's do it. I'm super excited. I want to do this for you guys. So I'm going to jump off here. I need to get back to work. I think we are, let me check. We are just under an hour. Woohoo! I can't seem to have a short video, I guess. But yeah, I am super excited. So I will see you guys again. Happy knitting, happy crocheting, happy making, and I'll see you next time. Bye!